This is the Daily 49er Newscast. I'm Jenna Skarzensky, and this is the latest in campus news. Last week, CSULB was host to Ethnic Studies Week. The week-long event was started after the passage of the Arizona Senate bill, which banned ethnic studies. Alfredo Gutierrez, an immigration reform leader in Arizona, spoke to students about the 1070 Senate bill. Stephanie Rivera, the Daily 49er video director, reports.
Alfredo Gutierrez, an immigration reform leader in Arizona, spoke to students and faculty on campus last Wednesday as part of Ethnic Studies Week. Gutierrez's lecture focused around the immigration reform movement and the Arizona Senate Bill 1070, which he called a draconian piece of legislation. One of the most controversial parts of the bill, which was delayed in implementation, is that under reasonable suspicion, cops could stop anyone and ask about their legal status.
They invented it for a very specific reason, to give the sheriff and the police the right to stop people and ask for papers under any circumstances who looked as if though they might be undocumented. And that meant asking most of you in this room for papers.
The bill would also make it a misdemeanor for anyone helping out undocumented residents. Gutierrez believes that Arizona was the first state to implement such a law because of its geographic position in the history of immigration. In 1929, when the U.S. was going through the Great Depression, President Hoover made a decision to what he thought would help ease the economy.
In 1929, he declared Operation Repatriation. To put it short, he blamed it on the Mexicans.
According to Gutierrez, troops were sent primarily to Arizona, where many Mexican miners held stable and well-paying jobs.
Well, the persons, rather, who was deported was my father. My father, by the way, was born in the United States, but that was of a little help. The reality at that time of miners is that they moved back and forth throughout this entire range.
When World War II began, the government needed those same people they had deported. However, as soon as the war ended, jobs were needed again and President Eisenhower put Operation Wetback into effect. Aside from learning something new about Arizona's history, junior communications major Stacy Flores said she is also against SB 1070.
Well, I have family in Arizona, and they're not documented, so, I'm really concerned. I do find that there's some racism involved in this bill, and I would like to see something be done about it.
Armando Garcia, a recent master's graduate, attended the lecture because of his strong interest in the subject.
It has a personal connection to me because I, along with my mom, came into this country illegally, but we were fortunate enough to cross prior to the Amnesty Act. I want the recent immigrants to have the same privileges and rights as I do, but at the same token, just because I'm a brown person, I can be harassed by anyone just by the way that I look or the way that I look on paper.
Gutierrez ended his lecture by expressing hope in the achievement of justice.
What I have shared with you is a pretty bleak story, but it's a bleak story with a happy ending. I firmly believe that in the end of this narrative, we win. Justice prevails.
According to a Daily 49er article, the event was created in response to the passage of SB 1070 that has banned ethnic studies. This is Stephanie Rivera reporting for the Daily 49er.
This week, the campus is host to National Coming Out Week. From October 10th through the 14th, there will be campus events in support of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender communities. On the 10th, the LGBT Resource Center, in collaboration with K-Beach Radio, put on the Out Loud and Proud event at the Student Union. There was music and a microphone so students could announce their status as gay or ally. Mia Dolgorky, the Vice President of Promotions for the Straight Alliance Group, expresses her opinion.
I just want to say a little bit about being a straight ally. It's really important to me that others support other people, especially people that don't feel that they can come out and be who they are and be proud. So anyone you know is gay, or even if you don't know anyone who's gay, really come by the table and see what we're all about.
In response to the recent gay suicides across the country, students are organizing a candlelight vigil October 20th. Russell Daniel, a senior liberal studies major, spoke about the vigil.
We are in the works of planning a candlelight vigil on October 20th to remember all of those lost because of bullying, for being who they are, and standing up for what they believe in.
Students will gather at the speaker's platform in front of the university bookstore from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Students are also encouraged to wear purple to show their support. This has been the Daily 49er Newscast. I'm Jenna Skarzensky, and for more information on any of the stories you've heard today, visit our website at daily49er.com.